this is like a prop just for you hurricane party people. So what happens in a Miami hurricane party is basically people just gather together in a safe place and they barbecue and consume alcohol or whatever, and they have like a party if they're in a safe place. Now it's recommended that you don't, and I'm not recommending that you do that. And this is for entertainment purposes only, so I'm not responsible for anything that anyone does in relationship to hurricane parties. But being an official resident of Miami, I thought I would just kind of tell you what that's about. So there's no partying here, other than with you guys. I'm partying with you guys because I'm going to get to work and actually paint. So in this video, I'm just going to talk about the hurricane really quick and how it affects me. It really doesn't affect me, but it does bring something to mind. One of the things that I wanted to do with my studio is a future goal, is I would like to run, and I don't think anyone has ever said this or done this or attempted this. Maybe they have, and maybe I'm giving up something by saying it on video, but I would like to at some point in the future be able to run my studio strictly on solar power. So, and it's because of the hurricanes that we get all the time. As I was developing this idea of turning my living space into a studio, I said to myself, well, and this was kind of like during a few years back when we had that worldwide medical issue. I'm not sure if it's okay to say, like if you get demonetized if you say the word, but we have this medical emergency across the world a couple years ago, and it starts with a C. So, and the last part of it is vid. So I'm not sure if it's okay to say that, but what I thought of was I would like to have a studio that runs on itself, that's self-sustaining, it can run without any assistance from outside electricity, and it can run inclusive to itself. So one way I would do that is I would set up a solar system with solar panels and run all my tools and equipment that I need to run in terms of creating art on solar power. So I can say at some point I'm running this whole art studio on solar power. That's what I'd like to do. At least the art part of it, the studio part of it, in my location. So that's a goal I would like to reach. At least be in a situation where if there was an imminent hurricane, or if we had a worldwide medical issue or whatever you want to call it, and people had to stay locked down, I could run my studio without interacting with anyone. I could ship stuff and online. People could buy the artwork online, and it wouldn't need anything from the outside world. So that's one of the things that went into my mind when I thought of the idea of turning my living space into a art studio. So yeah, I'm gonna run this real quick if I can find my mouse. And I just decided to run this video really quick. I'm gonna actually hit the play button, and I have this plane, so you can see it's moving. It's gonna go over towards between Tampa and Cape Coral, and I hope everyone does well. I pray for everyone. I hope everyone gets through this without any problems. I hope no one gets hurt, and I pray for everyone to just get through this hurricane without any issues whatsoever. I just want to say that. So basically it's going to go to the west coast of Florida and do its thing. I don't think we're going to be impacted at all down here in Miami. At least I hope that we don't. There may be some tropical storm winds. I may put down my shutters, my hurricane shutters, but I don't really think I have to do that. But we'll see as time goes by. But right now it's like super sunny. I mean, it is like on blast outside. It's got to be at least 85 degrees outside, and it's sunny outside, and there's like a little brief wind, but it's hot. Like, it's hot. I didn't put on the AC because I don't want that AC noise in the background, so I'm suffering through not having an AC on while I can record this video, and that's why this video is going to be short. So another thing is that I want to show you the Prince piece that I've been talking about. Like, all my videos on this channel are all about my Prince piece, which is the first piece I'm working on. I'm doing 18 pieces of art. The The majority of them are portraits. So I'm going to do a portrait in a series of prints. So it'll be like 3 pieces of prints, 3 pieces of Sade, and the piece that's above that you can't see that I'll actually fade into this video is this my first rendition of Sade. I think I'm going to do 3 different pieces of portraits of Sade. I'm going to do Chris Brown. I'm going to do David Bowie. I'm going to do Don Johnson and Philip Michael Thomas as a commemorative 40th anniversary of Miami Vice being in Miami. The Prince piece is a 40th anniversary for Prince's Purple Rain, which dropped in 1984. So this is 2024. So it's been 40 years, and I did a piece. And I like the piece it coincides with the 40th anniversary, but I'm doing it just because I like to paint famous people. And I guess I can say that I like to listen to music, and I like to listen to music that I like to listen to, and then produce artwork based on what I'm listening to. So I let what I'm listening to affect me. I'm a Sade fan, so I listen to Sade and I paint Sade. I'm a Prince fan. Same with Prince. I listen to Prince, I paint Prince. I'm a David Bowie fan. Same. I'm a Chris Brown fan. Same thing. So that's kind of how I put the emotion into the artwork. I listen to the music and create the artwork. I'm also doing a piece on Lewis Hamilton, the Formula One driver. As you know, Miami has the Formula One races here in Miami. They recreated or they modified the Dolphin Stadium to include Formula One racetrack around it, and it looks awesome. I've been to the stadium before, but I haven't been to a Formula One race at the stadium yet, which I hope to go to. Please comment if you like hurricane parties or whatever. So without any further ado, I'm just going to show you the progress because I've made a whole bunch of videos. My channel basically has been all about this Prince piece that I've been working on, and I decided to move into the Sade piece because I just wanted a different perspective. I wanted to, dealing with perfectionism, I wanted to just step away from the Prince piece and start something totally new so that I had a different perspective. I have some challenges in terms of fading skin tones in, and I'm an artist that has been away from doing art for a long time. I've been doing digital stuff and doing a lot of marketing stuff. I have a career in marketing, and I've come back to doing art. So that's what I'm doing now, and so I'm coming back into it. I've done like big stuff. I've done building banners, and I've done a whole bunch of marketing stuff, big commercial marketing stuff. And I just decided one day, and actually I'll tell a little story. I did a really big building banner. Like the building was like 4 stories tall, and they asked me to do a graphic for an event. So I created a big banner. I put it all together myself. I contacted the company. I did the design. I got the dimensions and everything, and basically created this marketing piece for an event that they hold here in Miami. And when I stepped away and I went across the street from the building and I saw my work, my artwork, and my graphic design work, and my advertising and marketing work on this building billboard, and I saw it at that scale. I saw it 4 stories high and a story and a half wide. It just made me say to myself, when I saw my work that big, I said to myself, like, what am I not reaching for in my life? What am I, if I can do this, if I put myself in this position to create something this big, and everybody in Miami, because I'm Biscayne Boulevard here in Miami, which is like the main boulevard that runs straight through the city of Miami, and the AAA stadium arena is on there, and basically Biscayne Boulevard is the main road in downtown Miami. Biscayne Boulevard, that's where it happens. And Biscayne Boulevard actually goes all the way to New York, goes up to Boston, whatever. So basically just goes all the way up the coastline from south, and it goes all the way down to the Keys. So it changes its name as you progress either north or south from it, but it basically goes from the Keys all the way to New York. And it probably goes all the way to Canada if you switch over roads and stuff, whatever. But anyway, so I just said to myself, wow, seeing my work that big on that scale, I said to myself, like, what am I not reaching for? And that kind of was the genesis of starting my own art studio, right? So going back to the Prince piece, my channel was basically about me creating an art studio out of my living space, and then interacting with Miami and selling my artwork, and getting out there and creating a YouTube channel and fixing the studio, because it's like a fixer-upper property that I got, and I got it because it's location to Wynwood. It's basically in Wynwood and right above the design district, so I can get to both without any traffic lights. That's how close I'm like 10 blocks away, and it's really cool because I can get to those, and then I can get to South Beach just by going onto the 36th Street Causeway. I'm like maybe 10 blocks from that. I just get on the causeway and jet straight over the causeway, and I'm on South Beach. So it's a really cool location. This is not Santeria. So if anyone's out there, please comment on the what you're seeing here. Comment on the channel. I'd like to hear from you if you're an artist or if you're just a subscriber. Please like and subscribe. And it is Miami World Art on everything. So Miami World Art on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. I have an Etsy, which is an Etsy page or shop, which is etsy.com/Miami World Art, and there's no space. It's just Miami World Art. Very simple. So without any further ado, I'm going to show you the Prince piece, and I've talked about it forever, and I'm gonna be very delicate with it because I don't want anything to happen to it. So I'm gonna just try to slide this into the frame, into the view of the camera, and this is basically it. I've shown it before, but this is the farthest I've got on it. I don't know how well you can see it. Just praying that you guys can see it. I'm gonna just move it around a little bit. But this is my Prince piece, and I'll put it up like this. I still have some work to do on it. This is a Versace shirt, which I have to kind of fill out, and that's basically the piece that I've worked on, and this is, how far I've gotten on it. So comment on this, let me know what you think of this. If you're a Prince fan, you can DM me on Instagram, or you can email me at miamiworldart@gmail.com if you're interested in purchasing the piece, and I'd like to hear from you. I can do different renditions of this piece, so if you're interested in this piece or any other Prince pieces or Sade pieces or any of my work, just DM me, email me, and let me know. So let me know what you think, and I will show you the Sade piece. I'll fade into that from the video, and anybody that's in Florida, stay safe.